The private islands of the world's richest billionaires. If a man's home is his castle, a private island is his kingdom. Owning a private island is something very few people can even dream of. But some of the super rich not only own a slice of paradise, but they've also managed to turn these exotic destinations into a lucrative business opportunity. In this video, we single out some of the most notable private islands owned by the world's richest billionaires. Number 6. James Island, Canada. Craig McCaw, $75.1 million. About 25 years after transforming British Columbia's James Island from an explosives plant to an exclusive island retreat, U.S. telecom billionaire Craig McCaw is looking to sell the property for $75.1 million. McCaw bought the 780-acre island located off the coast of Vancouver Island for $19 million in 1994. The same year, he and his brothers sold McCaw Cellular Communications to AT&T for $12.6 billion. On the island, the billionaire went on to build a 5,000-square-foot main house, 6 guest cottages, a pool, private docks, an airstrip, and an 18-hole golf course designed by golf legend Jack Nicklaus. The grounds also house a library, gym, and a general store. Power lines are buried underground throughout the island, electric vehicles are used, and smoking is banned. The bursting of the dot-com bubble took a toll on McCaw's finances, leading him to put the island up for sale in 2001 after his fortune dropped from $7.7 billion to $2.7 billion. The island was originally listed for over $70 million, but by 2003 the price had dropped to $49 million before the sale was halted. Some famous guests known to visit the island include music producers Quincy Jones and David Forrester and Microsoft founder Bill Gates. Recently, it appeared a deal had been struck between the island's owner, billionaire Craig McCaw, and Arizona-based Discoveryland Corporation to establish an idyllic getaway for the rich and powerful. According to the most recent issue of Discovery Life magazine, the in-house magazine for the development company McCaw said he had found a partner in Discovery that would preserve the land while expanding its population. McCaw told the magazine he was questioning if he wanted to maintain the island's 18-hole Jack Nicklaus-designed golf course just for himself, family, and friends. The billionaire has a reputation for guarding the natural landscape. Since buying it, he has turned 13% of the island into a permanently protected conservation area where even he isn't allowed to wander. 5. Robbins Island, New York. Louis Moore Bacon, $11 million. In a bankruptcy court auction in 1993, Wall Street financier Louis Moore Bacon plunked down a cool $11 million for Robbins Island, located off the coast of Long Island, New York. Bacon, 64, has reportedly invested millions in restoring the 445-acre island, including importing oak trees to preserve its natural habitat. When the hedge fund manager bought the island, he gave $1.1 million to the Nature Conservancy to monitor rare and endangered species on the island, which include eastern mud turtles. The billionaire also built vacation homes for his family along with a helipad. After stepping in to help preserve undeveloped land on New York's new Suffolk waterfront in June 2013, Bacon received the Audubon Medal for Environmental Protection in January 2014. The society, which has awarded the likes of Walt Disney and Jimmy Carter in the past, also honored Bacon for his conservation work on Robbins Island and his properties in North Carolina and the Bahamas. 4. Bricow Island, United Kingdom. David and Frederick Barclay, $4.3 million. Billionaire twins David and Frederick Barclay bought the island of Bricow in the English Channel Islands in 1993 for $4.3 million. The brothers, British businessmen whose empire includes the Daily Telegraph newspaper and the Ritz Hotel, went on to transform the 80-acre island with gardens, vineyards, a pub, and a village that has a chapel. About 190,000 trees, shrubs, and flowers have been planted on the island, which is home to 2,000 species of animals. The brothers also built a castle-like stone mansion with a helipad. The getaway, 80 miles off the UK's southern coast, is the perfect getaway for the 86-year-old Barclay twins who guard their privacy. Unfortunately, David passed on in January 2021, leaving his brother Frederick with all the money. The billionaires were knighted in the year 2000 for their charitable work. 3. St. Philip's Island, South Carolina. Ted Turner, $2 million. Media mogul Ted Turner, who is one of the biggest private landowners in the U.S., bought St. Philip's Island off the South Carolina coast in 1979, a year before he launched CNN. The 5,512-acre island of marsh and woodlands was a perfect fit for Turner, who is known for buying land and restoring it to its natural habitat. The purchase also included a 298-acre landing area on neighboring St. Helena Island, which is inhabited by a group of Gullah descendants. The area was a communal refuge for this group of African Americans who have maintained vestiges of African speech and customs where they could hunt, fish, and gather without restrictions. A dispute over the land resulted in a lawsuit by Turner, who eventually dropped the suit and donated 68 acres of the disputed property to the group in 2002. Ted Turner's family and friends have enjoyed sailing, fishing, and entertaining for more than 35 years on St. Philip's Island, located on the South Carolina coast near the historic seaports of Charleston and Savannah. The pristine island, protected under a conservation easement with the Nature Conservancy, boasts 70 acres of long white sandy beaches stretching along the Atlantic Ocean, a maritime forest, ponds and marshes teeming with fish and wildlife. St. Philip's Island remains private and is under the watch of a caretaker. Number 2, Necker Island, British Virgin Islands, Richard Branson, $100 million. Virgin Group's Richard Branson bought Necker Island in the British Virgin Islands for about £180,000 in 1978, and the island is now worth an estimated $100 million. The flamboyant British billionaire turned the 74-acre island into a luxury retreat in 1984, with Balinese-style houses run by 60 private staff. The resort can provide accommodations for up to 28 people, and individual rooms for a week-long gateway can cost up to $35,000. Renting the entire island reportedly costs over $50,000 a night. The island also has more than 200 flamingos, and for a daily fee of $2,500, guests can go underwater on a 3-person submarine called the Necker Nymph. Some famous celebrities have tied the knot on the exclusive island, including Branson and wife Joan and Google co-founder Larry Page, who married Lucy Southworth in 2007. Necker Island made headlines in August 2011 when British actress Kate Winslet and Branson's family were among guests that escaped uninjured from a major house fire caused by a lightning strike during a tropical storm. Necker, which also rocks an uber-exclusive private resort with luxe yet relaxed vibe, features 6 Balinese-inspired cottages, numerous pools, hot tubs, and tennis courts. Number 1, Lanai Island, Hawaii. Larry Ellison, $500 million. Tech titan Larry Ellison's purchase of 98% of Hawaii's 6th largest island, Lanai, is considered among the most expensive in the world. According to Forbes, Ellison, the 5th richest person in the U.S. and 7th richest in the world, bought Lanai from David Murdoch, the billionaire behind Dole Foods. The 141-square-mile island is known for its pineapple fields and is home to 3,000 people. Tourists visit the island for its 2 Four Seasons resorts, golf courses, and luxury housing. Oracle co-founder Ellison, who owns the 2 luxury resorts as part of his share of the island, while the remaining 2% is owned by private residents and the local government. As part of the sale agreement, former owner Murdoch retained the right to develop a 200-megawatt wind power project on northwestern Lanai. That venture faced stiff resistance from locals concerned about the operation disturbing archaeological sites and displacing native birds. Residents have been vocal in their demands that Ellison respects the island's native history and artifacts in his future development plans. As you'd expect, the island's hotels are of the 5-star luxury variety. A room at the swanky Four Seasons Resort Lanai in Manel Bay starts at around $1,180 a night in low season, so you'll need some very deep pockets if you want to stay for a week. If you had the chance, which of these private islands would you want to own? Let us know in the comments below. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe and turn on those post notifications.